Hello, my name is Chris Stutz, and I'm a graphic designer. And today we're going to be talking about my top five NFL team logos of all time. Number five spot is the Carolina Panthers. Uh, the reason why this logo stands out is the color scheme. A lot of the other logos, you get deep reds, green, yellow, white and blue, just kind of your generic, neutral colors. With this one, you get kind of a night theme to it. The black of the panther and the blue highlights on it. I just love the blue and the black. The illustration isn't as good as some of the other logos. It's the eyes are just one solid color. The newer version, they've lost the strokes on it. It's just the black solid tone with the blue highlights. It's not a great illustration, especially compared to other logos like the Cardinals or Seahawks. But the color scheme really makes this different and allows it to stand out against the other ones. Again, I love that blue and the black. Top four logo is the old Miami Dolphins logo. And the reason why I say the old one is because they redesigned it, and it really doesn't, in my opinion, look as good as it used to. They've gotten rid of the helmet on the dolphin. They've kind of changed the angle at which the dolphin is captured. It's too generic, and this is a problem that you see with a lot of modern logos. They're becoming simpler and simpler for the right reasons. They want to work, in different aspect ratios. They want to work on different sizes and smaller sizes specifically. But this is a big mistake just because they've lost all the personality of it. It just looks so neutral. It reminds me of something you see in a really cheesy restaurant as opposed to a professional sports team with the money they have to spend on a logo or just a fan base they have. I feel like it's not fair to them. It's so boring compared to at least the cheesy, helmet on a dolphin. The dolphin looks a lot more aggressive in the old one. I think that's certainly a lot cooler. And my number three pick for the best NFL team logo is the Cleveland Browns. And this could be a lot of people's probably number one spot for the worst logo ever made. But the reason why I like it at number three is it's just, again, it's the same reason as the Panthers. It's different. Like, it stands out. It is very obvious in a sense, but it's also not. It's so lazy. They chose essentially just an orange helmet with the words Cleveland Browns under, and most of the time not even that. It's just the orange helmet. It's not even a brown helmet. It reminds me of someone who is probably up there in their age, doesn't really care about these things as much as just said, just put the helmet on there. And I think it's really funny. I can imagine that. Imagine interesting stories about this. Is why it is so simple. But I love it for those reasons. It's just so much fun, and it's more interesting than just a well-designed logo that is so direct. Many other logos out there, if they're the Bears, they have a bear. It's so bizarre, and I love it. It has a better story to me, and I think it's funny and it's interesting, and it's more memorable for that. And that's why I say, it's not necessarily the design, it's just the idea of this is why it gets to number three as the best NFL team logos of all time. At number two, the second best NFL logo of all time, in my opinion, is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles logo. The reason why I really like this is because, one, it's illustrated extremely well. Everything is at the exact right size. There's the exact right amount of detail for a vector illustration like this. The colors look great, the white and the gray and the tealish, kind of more foresty teal, whatever you want to call it, green. They look really great, and they work together well. And for that reason, they stand out. The green is not, just a solid green like you would get in the Green Bay Packers. It's a little bit off, which makes it interesting. And the illustration itself, not if you even look at the type, the Eagles, it's really, really clean. It's the exact right widths for all the strokes. Everything looks great. The eagle is captured really well. It's aggressive. It is obvious that they've taken an eagle and used it for their icon, their logo mark. But I still love it. It's just so well done. This is just the example of design really over idea. It's not the idea of using an eagle head was special about this, because it's not. It's just how well it was executed on the design end, and the colors, they all come together great on this logo. That's why the Philadelphia Eagles gets the number 2 spot on my list. And number 1, the best NFL team logo of all time is going to have to be the Oakland Raiders. Now, they haven't always been the Oakland Raiders. They were Los Angeles Raiders. I think something else at some point. They've jumped back and forth. And this is my favorite. This is very biased because this is my favorite NFL team of all time. But the logo is the initial reason as a kid why I started liking the team. It was, they were the bad boys of football, the antagonist of it all. I just thought that it was so interesting they'd chosen this pirate head with the swords going through it. As a kid, I thought they were going through it. I didn't realize that they're just supposed to be, behind this as a typical crest, illustration. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. He had the eye patch. It was kind of classic. The black and the gray are just so cool. There's other teams that have black. You have the Buccaneers and teams that have a similar feel, but I think this one's just the most iconic version of that. It's just the most straightforward. It's the character with the swords and the colors. And it is in a crest format. I really like that. I love the old shield format with that background. It's just so iconic. And the fan base of the team, they're just one of the more interesting teams out there, and the logo reflects that. But this is my top 5 NFL logos of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed it.